There's a lot that is happening at Aston Martin, and one of the latest development is that Adrian Newey might actually be stepping back from his role as team principal and going on to focus on his role as the technical partner or the technical managing partner of the Aston Martin Formula One team. And I think this is not coming as a surprise, because if you have been following Aston Martin, by now you would understand that they're actually having a struggle at the beginning or in these early stages of Formula One season in 2026. And that struggle is no longer in doubt. It started during pre-season testing and then went into the first race and the second race, and now probably will continue in the third round of the season during the Japanese Grand Prix. And there are quite a lot of issues that Aston Martin are facing, and I think this might be the reason why this situation is developing as it is. If this is the first time that you and I are meeting, I am Joe, and I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. The fact that Adrian Newey is actually stepping away from the role of being a team principal and going back to probably focusing more on the car development itself probably indicates how serious the current struggles are, and there might be an indication that they have realized that he might not be able to do those two roles. He may not be able to be in charge of the technical development of the car and the design of the car, and still be able to handle the team principal responsibilities. And maybe from a business point of view, it makes sense that these two roles cannot be undertaken by a single person, especially in the person of Adrian Newey. And this is probably a good direction for the team. Probably the results of it will be seen later in the course of the year. And it is becoming clear that the role of team principal at Aston Martin will be taken over by Jonathan Whitley, who has actually moved out of Audi F1 team. So all these things that have been happening this week, and the rumors about Jonathan leaving Audi and all that, probably are actually true and have confirmed. And while he may need some gardening leave between him leaving Audi F1 team and joining Aston Martin, I think that's something that they are going to discuss and probably come up with a solution that serves everyone. I'm sure himself, Aston, and Audi are going to sit and agree on the gardening leave, probably with the hope of making the gardening leave shorter to ensure that Jonathan can join Aston Martin as soon as possible. But it is going to be very interesting to see whether Jonathan can probably improve or play a big role in making Aston Martin better. And it is worth noting that Jonathan and Adrian actually have worked together before. They actually, both of them came out of the Red Bull F1 team. And so this is some sort of a reunion. I don't know whether that's a good thing, but at least it gives both men an opportunity to be able to work on this particular project with an objective of solving the underlying issues or the current struggles that the team has and making it move forward, because at the moment Aston Martin are actually last when you look at all the 11 teams that are on the grid. They have not scored any points, and there might not be any chance of them scoring points over the next couple of races. But the good thing is that after the Japanese Grand Prix, there is a great deal of time, a number of weeks before the next race in Miami, and that provides all teams, including Aston Martin, an opportunity to actually maybe bring in new upgrades, sort out some of the issues that they may have, because at least there will be a whole month of April, which may end up going into 5 weeks, where there will not be any racing activities. This is going to be it for this particular video and this particular update. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not, and I'm going to see you in my next video.